learned that the UPC has proven to be an attractive forum for PIs. First of all, with respect to the geographical scope of the injunction. Currently, the UPCA is in force in 18 European countries. The remaining 6 which have signed the agreement may ratify at any time, bringing the total up to 24. And under the right circumstances, the UPC can even be asked to render an injunction with effect outside of its territory, such as in the United Kingdom or in Spain. So with one swift action, a complete European-wide infringement can be stopped in its tracks, both inside the UPC territory and also abroad. So with one swift action, a complete European-wide infringement can be stopped in its tracks, both inside the UPC territory and also abroad. This makes it a strong tool against infringement. Next to the geographical scope, also the speed with which PIs are decided is an important factor. An analysis of the PI cases so far shows that it takes about 3 months on average to obtain a decision in first instance, adding about 5 months for the PI appeal. So that means that a final decision in 2 instances can be obtained in well under 1 year. It's quite exceptional, and the title Rocket Docket is thus well deserved. The popularity of the UPC for PIs also shows from the statistics. Over 50 applications have been filed so far, with a success rate of about 60%. The statistics also show that there is a healthy division of the applications over the different local divisions, with the Munich court being the clear winner with respect to caseload. The applications also cover various technical fields, with electronics being the center of gravity and pharma falling slightly behind, but that's expected to change. First and foremost, with respect to the requirement of urgency. In line with German practice, some local divisions have applied fixed deadlines of 2 months or even 1 month for filing an action. But we now know that fixed deadlines do not apply and that urgency does not require a case to be filed within a fixed term. The current approach is more pragmatic and includes an assessment on the basis of the circumstances of the case. The general takeaway is that once you become aware or should be aware of the infringement, you must act swiftly and diligently to secure the necessary evidence and start the case. If you don't act swiftly without good explanation, you are said not to be interested in the quick resolution of the case, and the PI will be declined. This has already happened on multiple occasions in practice, so it's advisable to act proactively in spotting infringement and to keep clear records of the steps taken in this regard. Perhaps the most important takeaway from 2 years of UPC is the way the UPC deals with the substantive issues of infringement, most notably with respect to validity. If one thing has become clear, it's that the UPC does not start from a presumption of validity of a granted patent, but makes its own assessment. And this assessment is very thorough, earning PIs the title of mini trials on the merits. The UPC agreement and the rules of procedure require a sufficient degree of certainty of infringement and validity in order for PI to be granted. And the practice shows that PIs are being refused on the basis of invalidity arguments. And even more complex legal arguments, such as added matter, are being entertained by the UPC. The whole spectrum of invalidity defenses is thus at the disposal of the defendant, but a somewhat targeted approach is preferred, as some local divisions require a limitation to the 3 strongest defenses available. Well, yes and no. A weighing of interest can still make a difference, but commercial factors do not play a decisive role, such as, for example, under the balance of convenience test in the UK. The interests of third parties can also be taken into account and have, for example, resulted in a carve-out from an injunction, allowing the injuncted party to deliver one last batch of products to a third party who is dependent on those products for its own manufacturing. All in all, the UPC is taking a fairly balanced approach in assessing PIs, with no clear trends with respect to infringement or validity between the different local divisions. So the need for forum shopping does not seem to apply, such as with respect to the possibility of relying on auxiliary requests and how these must be weaved into the proceedings. Exciting times we've seen, and exciting times thus still remain.